Hello everyone, I'm Kallol Dahal and today's class we are going to study Unit 19 of Grade 8, A Tale of Two Birds and a News Report. So let's begin.
Hello, let's begin today's class. A Tale of Two Birds. Once upon a time, there lived a bird and her two newly hatched nestlings in a forest. They had a nest in a tall, shady tree where the mother bird took care of her little ones day and night. One day, there was a big storm. There was thunder, lightning, and rain. The wind blew down many trees. The tall tree in which the birds lived also fell down. A big heavy branch hit the nest and killed the mother bird. Fortunately, the nestlings were not killed, but the strong wind blew them away to the other side of the forest. One of them came down near a cave where a gang of robbers lived. The other landed outside a hermitage where an old cultured hermit resided. Both places were close to each other. Here, the word hermitage means it's a place where the saints live in the forest. Hermitage. Days passed and the nestlings became big birds. One day, the king of the country came to the forest for hunting. He saw a deer and rode after it. It ran deep into the forest, followed by the king. Soon, the king lost his way. He could not come out of the forest because he did not know where he was. He rode on for a long time till he came to the other side of the forest. Very tired, he got off his horse and sat down under a tree that stood near a cave. Suddenly, he heard a voice cry out, "Quick, hurry up! There's someone under the tree. Come and take his jewels and his horse. Hurry up, or else he'll slip away." The king was amazed. He looked up and saw a big brown bird on the tree under which he was sitting. The wicked bird said to the king, "Where are you going?" He also heard faint noises issuing from the cave. He quickly got onto his horse and rode away as fast as he could. One of the robbers saw the king and said, "Stop where you are, or I will kill you with my sword." The king was brave. He stopped and picked up his bow, took an arrow, and targeted the robber. The king said, "Come and fight with me." Then the robber went into the forest to call his gang. Since the robbers were more in number, the king decided not to mess with them. He rode swiftly away. Soon the king reached a safe place. It was a tranquil place. Tranquil here means a place that was peaceful and calm. The surroundings were beautiful. There was a hermitage. The king tied his horse to a tree and sat down in its shade. Suddenly, he heard a gentle voice announce, "Welcome to the hermitage, sir. Please go inside and rest. The hermit will be back soon. There's some cold water in the pot. Please make yourself comfortable." The king looked up and saw a big brown bird in the tree. He was amazed. "This one looks like the other bird outside the cave," he said to himself aloud. "You are right, sir," said the kind bird. "He is my brother, but he has made friends with robbers. He now talks as they do. He doesn't talk to me anymore." Just then the hermit entered the hermitage. "Welcome, sir," the hermit said to the king. "Please come inside and make yourself comfortable. You look tired. Rest for a while. Then you can share my food." The king told the hermit the story of the two birds and how each had behaved differently, though they looked so alike. "The forest is full of surprises," he said. The holy man smiled and said to the king, "After all, one is known by the company one keeps. That bird has always heard the talk of robbers. He imitates them and talks about robbing people. This one has repeated what he has always heard. He welcomes people to the hermitage. Now, come inside and rest. I will tell you more about this place and these birds." Now, I hope you have understood the text of the two birds, where one was with the robbers and one with the hermitage, and the difference between the behavior of those two birds. Now, let's dive into the exercise. Find the words from the text that have the following meanings. Young birds that have not yet learned to fly. Nestlings. Evil or morally wrong. Wicked. Peaceful. Tranquil. The dwelling of a hermit. Here, the dwelling means a house or the place where someone lives. Hermitage, a person living in solitude as a religious disciple. Hermit, someone who steals money or property. robber. Copy the way a person speaks or behaves, imitates. Then put the following events of the story in the correct order. So whatever happened first, we need to keep that first, and then slowly and gradually we need to move forward with whatever happened or however it happened in the story. The tall tree in which the birds had their nest fell down. The mother bird was killed, however the nestlings survived. A bird and its two nestlings lived in a forest. So this is going to be A. The other nestling lived near a hermitage. The bird welcomed the king and requested him to be comfortable at the hermitage. The hermit told the king that one was known by the company one kept. The robbers were informed by a brown bird about the arrival of the king. So if this is A, this is B, this is C, D, this is E, F, and G. So this is how it's done. Now let's go to answer the following questions. Now all the answers have been given in the text. You just need to find out. What caused the tall tree to fall down? A big storm caused the tall tree to fall down. Where were the nestlings blown to? The nestlings were blown to two different places. One was blown near a cave where a gang of robbers lived, while the other landed outside a hermitage where an old cultured hermit resided. I found these answers from the text. I expect you to find all the answers to all the questions given in the book, and that is going to be your homework. So mark it down. Similarly, these are also your homework. One is known by the company one keeps. Do you agree with the statement? Discuss. So here the statement is saying that whatever we become is dependent on what kind of company we keep. Here the word company does not mean a business. Company here means the partner or the friend that you have. So the kind of friends that you keep is going to decide how or what you are going to be in future. This statement says that, but if you do not agree with this statement, you can write your own points. But if you do, you have to support this statement as well. So this is also your homework. Now grammar. Match the sentences in the left column with the indirect speech in the right column. The teacher said to the boys, "Have you done your homework?" The teacher asked the boys if they had done their homework. The little girl said to the man, "Will you help me?" The answer for this question, the teacher said to the boys, "Have you done your homework?" The answer for this is, the teacher asked the boys if they had done their homework. Now, Ridesh said, "I have been reading this book." Ridesh said that he had been reading that book. Rita said, "I had read this book before I gave it to you." Rita said that she had read that book before she had given it to me. So I've done 3. I expect you to do the other exercises. So mark it down as your homework. Now let's do this. Change the following sentences into indirect speech. Use the reporting clauses given. I'm coming now. She told me that she was coming then. See here how we have changed I into she, because it's she who is saying that she was coming. So she told me that she was coming. And I am has been converted into she was, because this has been said in the past, which is very clear with the word used here, told. So since this is in past, we need past tense over here, coming as it is, and then since she said it, I'm coming now, at that time, in the past. So this is going to change into then. Now will be converted into then. So here, now will be changed into then. Today will be changed to that day. Tomorrow will be changed to the next day. This will be changed to that. And last week will be changed to the previous week. So the last week will be changed to the previous week. And again, tonight will be changed to that night. These are just for your reference. Now let's head back to the exercise. Please help me get to the hospital. He requested hospital. Can you give me your phone number? She asked me if I could give her my phone number. Reshma does not work. He said that Reshma did not work. Where is he? She asked me where he was. come here at once. She commanded me to come there at once. What are you doing? She asked me what I was doing. Here, what are you doing should be changed to what I was doing. See, the second place should not be a verb. If we keep verb in the second place, it will be a question. And since the beginning of the sentence is not a question, we cannot keep a question format over here. So she asked me what I was doing. Do you work in a factory? She asked him if he worked in a factory. Now, I expect you to do the remaining on your own. I've done most of the exercises. Now there are only 2 left. Do it on your own. Now, reading 2. Pokhara International Airport inaugurated by Himalayan News Service. Published 8 a.m. January 2nd, 2023. Pokhara, January 1. So, this format that you see over here, this is a format for news report. So whenever you are supposed to write a news report, you have to follow this format. First of all, this is the headline. Then, where was the report published, or who is the source of the report? When was it published? The exact date and time. And where is the story about? Pokhara, January 1st. So see the difference. Here it's written January 2nd because it was published on January 2nd. But the news is for January 1st because the news was collected on the 1st of January and published the next day. Hence the difference in date. Now let's begin the chapter. Newly built Pokhara Regional International Airport, the third international airport in the country, was inaugurated by Prime Minister Kallol Dahal at a special ceremony held here today. On the occasion, Dahal unveiled a plaque marking the official inauguration of the airport after arriving in Pokhara along with Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Finance Bishnu Paudel. Extending his gratitude to everyone who played a role in conceptualizing and completing the project, Dahal said the long-awaited moment by the people of Pokhara had finally come. Stating that connectivity is an integral part of bringing positive development in the region, he said, the newly built airport will contribute to the economic development of not just Pokhara but the whole country as well. Paudel also commended locals of Pokhara for their sacrifices and patience for the completion of the project. With the completion of a new international airport in the region, the question remains on how we can make the most effective use of the airport. I urge the authorities to complete all the necessary processes responsibly to conduct international travel from the airport. There is also a need to link Pokhara with other areas of the country to increase tourism activities within the country, and we are working towards proper upgradation and maintenance of roadways to ease connectivity among them. The government will focus on developing necessary physical infrastructure across the country to reach the targeted milestones in other sectors as well, he said. Regional Director of the Asia and Pacific Office of the International Civil Aviation Organization, Tao Ma, expressed his gratitude and appreciation to the government of Nepal for inviting him to the inauguration ceremony of PRIA. Stating that the development of airport infrastructure and air services are vital for ensuring connectivity, socio-economic development, and disaster relief efforts in landlocked countries, he congratulated the government of Nepal on the completion of the National Pride project. We are glad that CAN has certified PRIA in line with ICAO standards and guidance. As we transition away from the COVID-19 pandemic of 2020, the opening of PRIA together with the Gautam Buddha International Airport will assist in harnessing the expected increase in air traffic and ease congestion both in airspace and on the ground across the country's major airports. ICAO is grateful to the Nepali government and CAN for their long-standing commitment, consistency, and comprehensive support to the organization's works, he said. Buddha Air, Sri Airlines, Yeti Airlines, and Guna Air have started conducting daily flights to and from the newly built international airport. Meanwhile, Himalaya Airlines performed a successful demonstration flight at PRIA today, becoming the first airline to land Airbus A320-214 in Pokhara. So that was the news report about Pokhara International Airport 2 years back. Now let's dive into the exercises. The meanings of some of the highlighted words are given below. Find the words and write them down. Praised formally or officially, commended. Extremely crowded and blocked with traffic or people, congestion. Made a formal beginning of, initiated, inaugurated. The process or a period of changing from one state or condition to another, transition. A formal religious or public occasion, ceremony. The act of keeping something in good condition, maintenance. Now, let's go to answer these questions. Who inaugurated the newly built Pokhara Regional International Airport and when? Prime Minister Kallol Dahal inaugurated the newly built Pokhara Regional International Airport on the 1st of January 2023. How is the airport useful according to the Prime Minister? According to the Prime Minister, airport is useful because it is a connectivity, and connectivity is an integral part of bringing positive development in the region. It will also contribute to the economic development of not just Pokhara but the whole country as well. What was the first airline to land on the newly built airport? Himalaya Airlines was the first airline to land on the newly built airport. Now, I hope you will be able to do the remaining exercises on your own. Now, let's go to question number C. Why do you think the operation of an international airport is helpful in the economic development of a country? Discuss. If an international airport is opened or inaugurated in one place of the country, that place will directly be linked to not just the internal places of the country, but an international market will be opened for that place. For example, if an airport is inaugurated in Pokhara and it's functional, then the products of Pokhara can easily have access to the international market. It does not need to be connected to Kathmandu now, because at the moment, if there was no Pokhara Regional International Airport, then the people in Pokhara would have to send the products to Kathmandu first, then only to the other countries. So that was a hassle. The inauguration of an international airport mitigates the problems as such. So you need to write down your points about this and then present it to your teacher. So this is also your homework. Now, grammar. Choose the correct alternative for each of the following sentences. The teacher said to us, "What do you want?" The answer for this is, the teacher asked us what we wanted. She said to me, "Will you please help me?" She asked me to help her. He said to me, "Don't sit on my bed." He told me not to sit on his bed. My sister said to him, "The earth moves round the sun." My sister told him that the earth moves round the sun. Now, in this case, why do we have a different answer? Because until now, we were instructed to change the verb according to the reporting speech. So here the reporting speech was past tense, and that's why we had to change the verb in the reported speech. But look at the reported speech. This is a universal fact. Universal fact cannot be changed. So we cannot change the verb over here just because of the fact that this is a universal truth. So universal truth and habitual facts can never be changed, irrespective of the verb in the reporting sentence. That's why my sister told him that the earth moves round the sun. Now, she said to me, "I don't believe you." She told me that she didn't believe me. See here. Now, just because of this past tense, we changed don't into didn't. Unlike in this question, the earth moves around the sun. She said, "Can you run?" She asked if I could run. We changed can to could just because of this said past tense, and then we wrote if here because whenever there is a question apart from WH question, then we have to write if or whether. If or whether, both can be used here. They said they have seen a lion. They said that they had seen a lion. This is very easy. She said, "I'm waiting for Sarita." She said that she was waiting for Sarita. I hope it's clear for you now. Please do this too on your own. That'll be a practice for you as well. Change the following sentences into indirect speech. He said, "I'll send a postcard." He said that he would send a postcard. "We have bought a new car," they said to me. They told me that they had bought a new car. Now see here, when the question has said to, we always need to change that into told in the answer. You see, be very careful about it. Said to is changed to told. So after told, there will not be to. Do not use he told to me or she told to me. Grammatically, that is incorrect. It's always she told me, I told you, he told her. It goes like that. So they told me that they had bought a new car. Aruna said, "I don't speak German." Aruna said that she didn't speak German. Now, I expect you to do the remaining on your own. That's your homework. Now, that's all for today's class. How did you like it? If you have any suggestions or confusions, you know where to get back to us. It is learning@dearwalk.edu.np. We'll be here with another chapter, another time. Until then, goodbye and have fun.